Welcome to How We Heard It, the podcast about music, pop culture, movies, and more, with your hosts Wayne Bledsoe and Chuck Campbell.
And this is How We Heard It. My name's Wayne Bledsoe, and this is
Chuck Campbell.
And we're back for another week, and today's topic...
Today's topic is songs we never want to hear again.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've ever come to a quicker consensus on a topic than we did this time.
That was
Because
perfect.
usually we have a little discussion a few days beforehand, and this time I just sent you a message. I think it was just, how about songs we never want to hear again? And you're like, oh, that's great. That'll be easy. Let's do it. And I said, deal.
Yeah.
That was it. That was all of our discussion before.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long to... I mean, there are songs that are at the top of my list that I never want to hear again.
And it's so much fun to talk about stuff you hate. I mean, it's almost it's almost more fun than talking about stuff you love, because
I have to say, Chuck,
yeah.
the first song on my list is a song I think is a great song.
Okay. And
I just
have
never want to hear it again.
Say that maybe the first or second song on my list is a song I know you like, or I know you used to like.
Oh, okay.
And you probably still do. It's probably going to be my second one.
Okay.
But you know what? I was thinking about this, so I thought, okay, how can I narrow this down from 1,000 songs I never want to hear again to, just a handful? And everything's changed. Society's changed so much that we're like kind of... you can insulate yourself in your own little bubble now, and we didn't really have that much flexibility back in the day. I mean, you could, everything from MTV video programmers deciding what videos you would have to see rather than going to YouTube and picking the ones you want.
Yep.
And commercial radio programmers deciding what songs you were going to hear instead of you going to a Spotify list or anywhere where you've accumulated your own list. And, earbuds are so much bigger now. You could always take a Discman around, and you could always do all of that, but that was kind of clunky, and a lot of times you just went with what was out there. And even, so it made me think about, because you know me, I'm always going off the left field, but I was thinking about how at the end of every Halloween season, at the beginning, like November 1st, everybody on social media puts these Mariah Carey bashing, oh God, here comes this song again. Now we're going to have to put up with this song for 2 more months. Her All I Want for Christmas Is You, which is actually a pretty good Christmas song. Like any song, it can get annoying or whatever. And I think at Christmas time, people are a little more sensitive to... if you're feeling anxious or something, you don't need that song blaring at you or whatever. Yep. But I thought, how often do you really hear this song now? Because, where are you hearing it? Because, a lot of people are shopping online. That's where you're buying a lot of your stuff now. And if you do go somewhere, you're not there long. You're not going to hear it on the radio, probably. You're not going to... I don't know where the song is. So last year, I had a deal with myself. I thought, I see this every year, and then every year after Christmas, they put up the, Mariah Carey goes back into the ocean, and she won't be back. It's a lot of fun and everything.
Yeah.
But I thought, are you really overhearing this song? And last Christmas season, I heard it twice. Well, for like 2 months, I heard it twice. And once, I think I was in maybe Starbucks or something and buying a gift card. And the other time it was at a mall department store. And otherwise I never came across it. I didn't play it myself, but it's like, and it kind of made me sad. It's like we're although it's a good thing. I think at the end of the result, it's a good thing that technology has made us be able to escape being pounded over the head over and over with songs we don't like.
Yeah, I think the last song that really, Mariah Carey is up there on songs that they did play all the time. And the other one is Wagon Wheel. It's not a Christmas song.
Right.
And I still think Wagon Wheel is a great song. I was able to not hear it to death.
Right. That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference. We were talking about the song Happy by Pharrell Williams. Right. And you like it. And I was like, I was getting to where I didn't like it, but I never got to where I hated it.
Right.
Y'all never worked at a record store.
No. And I was thinking about that too. It's like
They don't exist anymore.
yeah, no, you don't even shop in record stores now, so you're not going to hear, you're not going to hear
I
music
heard
there.
Mariah Carey sung.
I bet you did. Yeah.
Christmas season at the record store was. That's the reason I quit working and went back to graduate school.
Okay, Mariah Carey did it for you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think we can make anybody in retail. They're probably subjected to more of it, but I was more cognizant of like what they're playing in the supermarkets, and it's more stuff like 15 years ago. It's not really old stuff, but it's not really new stuff, and it's all that kind of adult contemporary sort of mellow, but melodic type stuff. So,
hey, I got to say, I'm tired of Mariah Carey's song too, but I could listen to that song 50 times in lieu of listening to "Wonderful Christmas Time" by Paul McCartney once.
okay, I get that.
I hate
any
that song.
version of Little Drummer Boy.
Yes, I despise
I
Little Drummer
hate
Boy.
that song. It's just I don't know.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it just
I didn't realize
just
you
like
hated it as much as I do.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that one.
Yeah.
I hate that one, and
it's so stupid.
yeah.
Rum pum pum pum.
But it's so it's like, here's your gift. I'm going to keep your baby up all night long. It's great.
I don't. Yeah. So,
It's a stupid song.
it also made me think: are there not bad songs anymore? And yes, there are.
Listen.
I went to the gym like 2 days ago, and I walked in before I get my earbuds in. I usually go in, say hi to the desk people, and then go back to the locker room, and then get my earbuds in. And in that going in the front door, I heard that Fall Out Boy cover of Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire," and they updated it with like new stuff that's happened in the last. How many every year since he put that song out?
Yeah.
And it's so lazy. It's just like, like the Chicago Cubs winning the World Series and the Kanye versus Taylor Swift. And it's like, and Harry Potter and Twilight. It's like, really? That's all you got to show for, the last 30 years or whatever? Yeah. So it's terrible, but, and it came out like a year ago. I'm only going to hear it a few times and just parts of it at the gym, right? Yeah. And then there's this song that was the kind of the hit of the summer. Let me look what their name is. It's like this bunch of Irish kids who are rappers. And it's like boys and girls. And they do this song called, come on, where is it? I know I wrote it down.
I can tell you, I've never heard
The
this.
Spark. The name of the band is, I've lost the name of the band now. But anyway, it's Camp, no. I'll have to look that up. I'll let you talk for a minute. But
we'll edit all this out.
Well,
let's edit this out. Yeah. But anyway, so these kids are it's all braggadocio, and it's cool because, they get the Irish brogue and all that. And I only hear it when I listen to, when I watch like dog videos on social media, which I'm a real sucker for. I mean, I love dogs, so I'm going to do that. And so people take little inserts out of that, and just these exuberant kids, that. And they got that, I doubt it, and they're saying I doubt it and all this stuff. So it's really fun, and I thought, what, if this were the old days, I would hate this song and every one of those kids. But I'm only hearing little bits of it, and it's actually kind of, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
People don't even listen to whole songs anymore.
No. It's just like, I'll catch, whenever I'm trying to find out what a song is that's accompanying a video, I'll just listen for like 6 lyrics, 6 words in a row, and I type that in real fast, and that's how I found these guys.
Yeah. And also with us today is John Baker, our engineer.
Yep.
Hi.
All right. So, babble. Why don't we just get the hate going here?
Well, I want to start.
Okay.
I want to start with a song that I think is a great song, and it totally feeds into what you were saying about hearing a song so much that you're sick of it. Right. Because the song that I never need to hear again is Hotel California by the Eagles.
Okay.
I know a version you need to hear.
Oh, okay.
It's one where they're doing the twin guitar solo, and it's that and they've dubbed in cats going meow. Well, that's hilarious.
I actually heard an acoustic guitar trio from California do a good cover version of it. But it's like when that song came out in 1977, the year I graduated high school.
Right.
And you could not get away from it. You could go to a party, you could go to somebody's house, wherever you went, Hotel California was playing. And the first 25,000 times I heard it, I thought, that's a great song. That's just like the melody's great, the lyrics are cool and kind of cryptic. I like the guitar solos. I like everything about it. But the 25,000 and first time I heard it.
Yeah.
I thought, thank you very much. I've had enough.
I don't need to hear this again.
And that happened in about 1978.
And it's kind of it's pretty well crafted, but it is kind of sluggish, you know. So if you already don't like it and it's just sort of like meandering, that just makes it at least punch out like after a minute and a half or 2 minutes, you know. Quit just dragging me down.
Well, you know, but that's the thing is like, I mean, to me, it was like when I first heard it, I thought, oh, this is a great song. I really like this. And I was lukewarm on the Eagles. I think they were a great band, but they're another band that I mean, the whole band, I just got tired of pretty much their entire catalog. But Hotel California, which is probably my favorite Eagles song, I never want to hear it again.
Right. I can see that.
Yeah. And it's not because it's bad. It's because I am sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can give it or take it. If it doesn't show up again, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I like ice cream, but I don't want to be force-fed it all day long.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think they're ice cream. They're more like low-fat yogurt.
Too much of anything is too much.
Yeah, exactly. So you got another one? You got one?
I do. Well, first I want to say these Irish kids, their name is Cabin Crew. They had like kind of the song of the summer of 2024, and the song is The Spark. I think you would enjoy it maybe the first time or two. So
I'll have to look it up. I haven't heard it.
It's, you know, and they're real buoyant. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not in a world where I have to hear that song every day. So good for you kids. Now go away. And speaking of kids, so I've got 3 pairs of songs, and I've themed each pair.
Okay,
So
all right.
This theme is called Toxic Teens. All right.
Oh, okay.
So 2 songs that I hate, and I'm gonna start with the one I think you liked, and that's Hanson's Mbop.
Yeah, I do like
All
Mbop.
right, I thought you did, and it's like they were 16, 14, and 11. It's 3 brothers
Right.
from Oklahoma, the Hanson brothers, and it, you know, bubblegum kind of philosophy about life, not very deep. But something about it just kept annoying me, and the more I heard it, and I think part of it's just like they use non-words, like for their chorus, like doodle dop do or whatever, like mbop.
Do bop a do bop dee dee dee
Yeah,
do
and I
bop.
started,
Yeah, I know.
and I started feeling like the guy in They Live, when it's like you're wondering who's been taken over, you know, or the Body Snatchers. What's I'm
Right,
thinking?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah, just like, am I the only one who understands this is a terrible song? Because everyone seemed to like it and sing along with it and all that, and it's that high voice too. It's that high voice kid, and like I say,
Taylor.
Well, Taylor and the oldest one, they're in their 40s now,
Yeah.
you know, and the youngest one, who's like the little kid behind the drums with the braids or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, he's late 30s, so
Right.
and they've kept on. So I've learned to kind of admire them more for keeping on with their band. They kind of did themselves in a way by having such a big hit kind of novelty song. I didn't think it was a novelty song, because I actually like novelty songs. There aren't many of those.
I don't think it's a novelty song either. It's just bubblegum pop in an era when there wasn't really a lot of bubblegum. Well, yeah, I say that, but that's, you know, there were boy bands going on.
Right. Well, that was 97. And that was before you had the big, huge NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. It was like right at the cutting edge of that. So you came in with these polished guys who were a little bit older, you know, and then Hanson just disappeared.
Well, but the good thing about Hanson was, and the thing I like about that song is when you go back and you listen to what they originally submitted. I mean, the Chemical Brothers got a whole lot of credit for making them sound good.
Right.
But all that stuff that you hate, it was already there.
Yeah. but like I say, I think it may have been kind of like your Eagles thing, because I didn't hate it at first,
Right.
but and then just everybody talking about it, and I just
It got played a lot.
it got played a lot, and that what did you say his name is? Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah, that little voice, and he spikes it up toward the vamp out, is like, I can't.
But you like Kate Bush. You like high voices.
I know, but that one's more polished or whatever. It's got more nuance to it, I think. But anyway, I'm all for the Hanson brothers being a nice middle-aged group who are now the old guys that they sang about at the beginning of that song, because that's where they are. So, you know, let's hear a little, I don't know.
Time comes for all of us.
Yeah. It does, and it's come for the Hanson brothers.
When I interviewed those guys, they were nice
seem like
kids, and then nice adults.
They seem like nice kids who've turned into nice adults, and they had good parents, and
Yep.
you know, they were all about the kind of image that we need out there, and blah blah blah. God, I hated that song. So that's it. And this next one,
Okay.
I kind of had
All right.
a reverse feeling on this this performer, and it's another obvious one. But then again, this was from 2010, Justin Bieber's Baby.
Oh yeah.
All right, so he was like 15, so I got it,
Right.
and he put it out, and it's like, and little girls loved him, and that's fine, and I'm not in this demographic, I don't care about it, and the helmet hair that he had that became the fad and all that, so where they just comb his hair forward and cut his face out or whatever. I tried not to hate it, but I think, and it was overexposure, and just that baby, but whatever, fine, bubblegum. But I think what I hate so much about it now is I don't think he ever grew as an artist. I don't think he ever was an artist. He still is very active. He's somehow elevated almost to like an A-list performer. He should have gone the way the Hansons, and everything. This kid who, okay, you had your hit, now go in. And now he's like still around, and he's still like really well regarded. But I've never seen any sense in interviews or anything like that he's really handling what he does now. And there's just something kind of soulless about him, He just kind of, I don't know. I don't know what makes him tick and why he's still so popular. And so that makes me look back at that first song. It's like, that's where this started. It's like,
Don't blame Hanson for Justin Bieber.
No. I'm talking about Justin Bieber at 15.
All right.
Justin Bieber at 15. What do you want from a 15-year-old?
Yeah.
He's going to do what he can, and the girls like it. But now he's like, he's being treated like a bona fide artist. And there are a lot of like boy band guys and everything. Probably the Hanson guys are actually really, they probably have some integrity and everything in what they do. And I don't know, Timberlake or whoever guys from the boy bands. They've gone on and become One Direction. Those guys, several of them are really talented.
Yeah.
But Justin Bieber, I just don't get it. I just don't see anything about him that indicates he's an actual legitimate artist. He's like on somebody else's train and just raking in the money, and it's like he's too old for that now.
Well, I had to take my daughter to the Justin Bieber documentary when it came out.
Okay. Well, give me insight on the Justin Bieber that I've missed.
Well, I do think he did get out there and, he was singing on the street. He was doing it himself. He was doing YouTube videos. And covering, And I got some respect for him at that period.
Right.
But I totally agree that he never went any further than that. He peaked at 15.
That's it. It's like I'm fine with him up to that point, but since then it's like he's still.
And he seems like a jerk.
Yeah, he seems like a jerk. He does.
Yeah.
You guys are obviously not believers.
No. I stopped believing.
Yes.
Stop believing.
I'm an unbeliever now.
That's a mashup somebody needs to do. Don't stop believing.
Journey almost made this list, so I
that song in particular.
Yes, song. Oh gosh,
I could have included some Journey.
I cut him a break. So.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go the opposite direction on what happened to this band.
Okay.
I despise it, and it's everybody despises it. It's like one of the most hated songs in the world, but it still pops up. You still hear it when you're in the supermarket. We Built This City by Jefferson Starship. And it's like, that started as Jefferson Airplane. And their album Surrealistic Pillow is a classic that everybody ought to have. It's an absolutely, everything about it is great. You got Jorma Kaukonen on guitar, and he's like, he does the Embryonic Journey song, and of course it's got White Rabbit. Somebody Loves, got everything on it. It's great. And then basically,
maybe there was a little too much White Rabbit, and that's how they built this city.
Oh yeah, well I believe it was powdered White Rabbit.
Exactly.
Is that even Jefferson Starship, or is it just Starship?
No, that's still Jefferson Starship.
Because when they lost Jefferson, then they just
they lost
Cassidy.
Yeah,
Jack Cassidy.
No, it was Jack Cassidy and Jorma Kaukonen where that went on. They did Hot Tuna.
Right.
But Paul Kantner.
Yeah,
Paul Kantner left, and then they become Starship. But that's still with Jefferson Starship, I'm pretty sure, and it's god awful. Everything about it. It's one of those things like the other one, Hotel California. I loved it when it first came out.
Right.
We Built This City. Oh, I hated it. The first time I heard it, I was like, I could not even believe that you would sit down and write this song.
Right.
It's just despicable.
What city were they even talking?
San Francisco.
San Francisco? Okay.
Yeah.
That's where they're from.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, it made me want to cry because I mean, Jefferson Airplane were like a really good band.
Well, that's kind of similar to the Bieber thing. Only I never really cared about it. But yeah, when they get even worse, and then you look back at everything they've done, and you think, has this whole thing been a lie?
Yeah, I mean, that was it. It's like you had the Jefferson Airplane, and they were a good band, and then, I mean, the last Red Octopus that had Miracles and stuff like that with Marty Ballum still in the band. It was like, yeah, this is okay.
It's the beginnings of yacht rock, but it's still got some good songs.
Yeah, I mean, it's likable, but I don't want to hear it nearly as much as I heard it.
Right.
But Built This City is like the worst.
Yeah, I don't remember ever liking it.
No.
I don't remember analyzing it much, but it's just like, no.
Yeah, it's incredibly bad.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
Okay. You're going to go in 2 by 2, but maybe I'll combine a couple afterwards.
Okay, yeah. You want to do another one, or you want me?
Oh well, I can bring it up to a little bit more recently. Low by Flo Rida.
Okay.
I despise that with T-Pain.
Okay.
It's like, I don't want to hear another word about those damn apple bottom jeans. I don't care about that woman's butt. I don't want to hear it. And that was
apple bottom, not your favorite shape, I guess.
No. And it was funny because when that song was popular, I was driving my daughter to school. She was a freshman, I think. And we had a deal. I said, we'll listen to your station until I hear the word shouty. Because I'm so sick of the word shouty. And sometimes we would get in the car, I'd turn on the radio, and I'd hear shouty. And it was like, she's screaming, that's not fair. It's like, sorry.
That was the rules.
That was the rules.
Like a thing for Trey Songz or somebody? Or
Oh, no, it was Lil Wayne. She loved Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I was afraid that she was going to, bring home Lil Wayne sometime.
Well, I mean, you would have been a well-off father-in-law.
True enough. But, there's plenty of people other than Lil Wayne with, the various... I mean, and he's not so bad. I actually kind of like Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
I didn't want her to come home with a, jar of cough syrup and, be robo-tripping.
No, yeah. Well, I'll give you a pass on that one.
But, yeah, it's like that is a song...
I had a teen daughter at that time, I probably would have had different feelings about it.
So. Well, she used to listen to a lot of rap. I mean, there's rap that I like, but
of course.
I can't remember what the song was. But, the singer calls her his top bitch or whatever it is. And I said, oh, he must really love her. He called her his top.
What
top
did she
one.
say when you were like doing your dadisms?
Oh, she'd just roll her eyes.
Of all my bitches, she's my top one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I would say.
Kind of an honor.
I say, oh yeah. I say he must really love her because there's so much misogyny in rap, and I did not want her to absorb, oh, this is the way you should be treated and talked about.
I've indicated this before, but there are some badass women rappers.
Oh yeah.
So that's not going as far as it used to.
No, I'm really happy about that because they've stepped up. Actually, I think the misogyny has gone down a whole lot on the male side too.
Yeah.
But I mean, you always played me Missy Elliott, and it would melt my ears.
That was the old school, but the Megan Thee Stallion and the Doja Cat, my favorite. On and on. There are lots of.
Well, Lauren loves Megan Thee Stallion.
Of course, you better watch out for that.
Yeah.
You don't know her?
Oh, she was at Bonnaroo.
Oh, did you hear any of that?
I made it through about a song and a half.
Okay.
She seems so angry.
Well, yeah.
And I just...
think of all the misogyny she had to deal with.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but she doesn't show any signs of damage from it. She's up there in a string bikini twerking.
Well, okay.
And I'm like, if you got to do that to sell your music... and there wasn't any music. It's just beats and her going... Blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, this is not... It was not written for me.
Right.
No.
I got to say...
It was written for my daughter. She loves it.
Yeah. I may have said this before, but she had a song called Cash Shit. That's the name of the song. And I heard it on satellite radio the first time I heard it, and I thought, that is the worst song I've ever heard. And then it came on again, and I heard it, and I thought, that is the best song I've ever heard.
Wow.
Because I guess it was just like my head was in the right frame of mind for it. And it's like, that is just real blunt and pointed. And anyway, Megan Thee Stallion. not for everybody, but she's got her moments.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I'm glad that there are these badass, female rappers out there now.
Yeah.
But, that's my other one is Low. I can't stand Low. I got irritated with it probably the third time I heard it, and I thought, please, God, do not ever make me hear this song again. And I heard it many, many, many times again.
So is Flo Rida worse or better than Florida-Georgia Line?
Oh, they're kind of equal.
Yeah.
They're kind of equal. Florida, Georgia. The good thing about Florida, Georgia Line is I can't repeat one of their songs right now. I can't, it won't come to mind.
I mean, that's the thing. I think I'm kind of in the place with country that you are with rap. It's like I spent more time, I mean, I did the rap albums when they came, when we were reviewing, and you did the country.
Yeah.
So something like Florida Georgia Line coming in, like, that's Wayne's problem. I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. So.
Well, I mean, I never got a death threat over Florida Georgia Line. I got it over Toby Keith, but
Oh yeah, I can see that. I'm not even going to say anything about him here. But, Florida Georgia Line are pretty terrible, I think. If you like them, I'm happy you like them. Yeah, exactly. That's what we always say to everybody. You found something you like.
Good
and it
for
makes
you.
you happy, and that's great.
Live your happiness.
Yes.
But the best thing I can say about Florida Georgia Line is I can't say one of their songs right off the top of my head because I've forgotten them. It's
I just think of maps.
Well,
am I going to the beach? I don't know.
Sometimes
Think about Opelika.
Opelika, yeah.
Well, sometimes trauma erases memories. So I think that's it. This Florida Georgia Line is like, I think of them as a trauma band.
Yeah. Well, that's fair.
Okay. All right. Those are two. Now,
okay.
Go for it.
So my new theme, I have a friend this was back when Ace of Base had the big album in the 90s, I guess. And he was going through a really rough time, and he was in Florida. And he had lost his job and everything. He was driving along. And there was Ace of Base, The Sign. Everyone knows The Sign by Ace of Base.
Right.
Very well-constructed little pop gem of a song. And their follow-up or third song or whatever was It's a Beautiful Life. Mm-hmm. And it's just, it's a beautiful life. Oh. And they just sing that over and over. And it's like a real... And he was hearing that song and practically ripped his radio out and smashed it on the road and ran over it on the interstate. So... what I'm leading up to is there are songs. I like happy songs. I really do.
Yeah.
And I like kind of novelty songs. But when you overplay the happy, when you're making it a demand that your audience be happy, then I can't, and then it's just like overboard. And for me, Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy. I love the noises that he could make. And I love that song was a cappella except for his own instrumentation, vocals. But the lyrics were just so... vapid, and it's just like, don't worry about anything, just be happy. And it's like, maybe you should worry about things now and then, it's like you can't, and it's just all that, if you worry, then you'll have a frown on your face. So don't worry, be happy. And not my vibe at all. And I got over that fast.
Well, that's one of those songs that I really do think is a novelty song.
Yeah.
I don't know that it was.
Yeah, that one would be.
I don't know that it was intended to be, but it really is.
Yeah.
And, I turned it off a lot more than I let it play when it came on the radio. So that's the way I kind of avoided it.
That was back in 88. Yeah. And people would say, oh, you know what they say? Don't worry, be happy. When people would just repeat that, and it's like, oh.
Yeah.
You could be carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders and someone says that. It's like, just shut up. It's like.
Well, what's funny. It's funny about that is, that is one of those things that I think pretty much ruined his career. Because he was a respected jazz, singer up to that point.
Talent, or I guess he still does, But just the voices that he could, the noises he could make with his voice and everything.
Yeah.
But that song.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Short People by Randy Newman. It's like that song ruined his career for a long time, and it was like I interviewed him and he said, "Imagine." You get your first top 10 hit, and you go on tour, and nobody shows up except for midgets outside the hall protesting. And he played Knoxville on that tour, and he was, there were
little people.
There were people with signs outside, and there was like maybe, that hall holds, I think, 2,400 people, and I think there was maybe 200, 300 people in there.
I mean, he's a really smart songwriter.
Yeah, he's a great
I
singer.
mean,
Yeah,
clearly it was just a joke song.
Misunderstood.
But yeah,
Well, I mean, it
that's
was
what happens. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was a song that was meant to be just a little, facetious song and about
Irony is lost on people.
Yeah, and that's it's the whole point of it is how this is the silliest thing he could think of to combat prejudices and discrimination, and it's like, of course nobody would take it seriously except for people who were short
and people. Yeah, and now everyone would take it seriously on behalf of short people.
Yes, unfortunately,
that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Randy, bad call, I guess. Oh, you're going to say something? No.
Well,
I've got
another one. Go ahead.
I've got another one of that forced joy.
Okay.
All right, and this is Katrina and the Waves, "Walking on Sunshine" from
Really?
1985.
I thought you would love that song.
Well, here's the thing. I like the song. I couldn't understand what I wasn't liking about it for a while. It's like I like the song. I like that it's a love song and it's an infatuation song. I'm feeling ecstasy from being in love, and I get all that. But it goes on too long, and she gets to that. And don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Yeah, don't it feel good? And it's like, no, it don't feel good. It don't feel good at all, Katrina. And I think so. I realized because I would listen to it and think, oh, I like this song. Like the chorus was good and everything, but every time the song ended, I would always turn it off. And then finally, it was that just nonstop, vamping at the end that just like annoyed the heck out of me.
You don't want people to tell you to feel good.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. It's like I like to feel happy. I like happy songs, but don't just.
I'll feel happy when I want to feel happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
on my own terms.
On my terms.
Right.
Otherwise, it don't feel good.
The thing that I love about that song is that it's written by a guy named Kimberly Rue, who was in the Soft Boys, and it made him a gazillionaire.
Oh, well, good.
And
for
he's
that.
like an indie pop guy,
right?
Who was just living his best life now because that song's in every commercial in the world.
So it do feel good for him, huh?
It do feel good for him. Okay, and he's a great songwriter.
Well, good. I'm glad something good.
But
came
I agree
out of
with
that.
you. I don't want forced happiness.
Yeah. I don't like that. It just cut off that last minute, and it'd be a lot better. So that's my forced joy. Desperate joy that I don't like. So that's my pair of those. Don't worry, be happy, and Walking on Sunshine.
Okay, well, all right. Well, I'm gonna go back to 1977 again. I had two songs from 1977 that
I've got one from 77, sort of 77.
I don't know I don't know what it was about that year, but anyway, Sometimes When We Touch by Dan Hill came out then. Luckily, I don't have to hear it very often anymore. It's not they don't pull it out that often, but I just as soon as I heard it, I thought these are the most insipid lyrics I've ever heard. Sometimes
never heard them. I know of the song, but I've never paid attention to the lyrics.
Sometimes when
the sappiest thing you ever heard.
Sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much.
I wonder what that means.
Oh, give me a break. He was. I looked up the history on this because I just, I wanted to find out because I was going to.
Who's the singer?
Dan Hill. Dan Hill. He's Canadian.
Okay.
And he wrote this for this girl he wanted to be his steady girlfriend when he was 19 years old. Okay. She was going out with two other guys.
Okay.
And he played this song for her, and she didn't keep going out with him. It's like, okay,
you should take a clue from that.
Yeah.
Don't do that as a song.
I have a little more respect for that girl now.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he takes it to some record company guy, and they say, well, the melody's not strong enough. So they give it to Barry Mann of Man and Whale, and he writes a melody for it.
Okay.
And has him add some more lyrics to it. And it's like...
But the Hill guy wrote all the lyrics?
Yeah. The lyrics are him.
The man was just music.
He was just music, but I just thought, wow.
You always wonder about people who write music for songs, and then they hear the lyrics that are put to them, if that...
Well, this was the lyrics. This was the lyrics first. He heard this song and said, how did he not say, these are the most insipid lyrics I've ever...
He should have done carnival music.
But then it goes on to become a massive hit.
Really? Yeah.
And there are people who love it.
So you think maybe Dan Hill had a happy ending after all?
I hope the guy got some,
else.
he didn't have other hits after that I know of, so I hope he made enough money and he's happy.
Smart with it.
Yeah. He's probably a marriage counselor now. You know. Well, if you write her
marriage counselor,
yeah, let me give you some advice. Write her a bad song, and if she says
Drive
go
her
away,
yeah.
then it was meant to be that you weren't supposed to be with this girl.
And then some girl who's attracted to your money that you've made from writing that song,
Right.
will be your wife.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's a plan.
But anyway, that's a song I absolutely hate. And I only have a few that we're going pretty quick.
Yeah.
But the most recent one I have that I cannot stand, and I hope I never hear again, is "Try That in a Small Town" by Jason Aldean.
Okay, yeah.
And
I thought about that when it's like, you know what, I've not even listened all the way through it. I saw the lyrics, I saw the reaction, and I'm just like, I don't need that in my life.
there are certain fast food restaurants that I go to that play country songs, play the country hits. And I go in and I hear that. And it's,
Yeah.
I mean, something, there, more power to you if you like modern country music, but it's the only time I can ever say to myself, hey, I can do this better.
Yeah.
Because it just might as well be.
Yeah.
It's just all the elements. Let's put all the elements in a box and let's just pick them out and
Yeah.
put them on there.
Let's just write this for one demographic.
Yeah, and it's just, I just think that is kind of the epitome of, okay, here's our idea.
And it's always this.
It's just kind of lazy.
It is lazy.
It's lazy, and it's this idealizing small towns as all of them are like Mayberry, and none of them are like
Right.
Mayberry.
They've all got, their murders and their,
I mean, the opioid addiction alone, and these and anyway.
every town, I don't care whether you live in a big city or a small town, you got the same
Yep.
jerks
Yep.
in everywhere.
Yeah.
You may have more in the city just because there's more people.
There are more people. It's just a per capita thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, at least kind of in the big, and I'm all for small towns, but at least in the bigger places, you might be able to find more of your people.
Right.
Rather than everybody having, feeling like you're a real outcast.
Right. Right.
But yes, I think that song is
It's just the worst of worst because it's just pandering
Yeah.
to the worst in people, and it's stirring up like artificial scenarios, just to make people mad. It's
Right.
like you want to write a song that makes people mad at other people that's based on just conjecture,
Yeah, and it's funny because I was a census enumerator in 2020, and I went out in Powell, Tennessee. Powell, Tennessee, is like one of the whitest, least diverse places you're going to visit. And I'm enumerating there, and a guy comes and questions me what I'm doing. I told him, and he was fine, but he started talking, and he's worried about Black Lives Matter having a protest in Powell. And I said, in Powell?
In Powell. Yeah. I just want to know what these people in their little towns think people in big cities want.
Yeah.
What do they have that they're
Riots.
coming out of these major, Atlanta or whatever to come and get whatever they have in Powell? What do they have there
really.
that they think,
That's what I was telling him. I said, that was all the way out in Portland. I said, do you really think that that's going to happen here? Do you really
Right.
think you have to worry about this stuff? But he was worried. He was so, paranoid by
And
what
that
he was seeing in the
worry
media.
That worry is fed by songs like that.
Yeah, it is.
And
but that's the thing. They tap into whatever. It's such marketing, and God knows marketing has been going on in entertainment since the very beginning of entertainment.
Yeah. And I mean, there've been caricatures of
Right.
small town people that have been totally unfair too. And I'm with you. I mean, there are small towns that are lovely places to be, and people would help you with anything. And I've seen the biggest towns and the smallest towns, and people are people, and they really are. But I just don't see why anyone would come out of a major city to carjack someone. I mean, seriously, that's what they're afraid of. They're going to come to their little town and carjack, and it's like, has that been happening? I mean,
yeah, I just it's so crazy. And the funny thing is you compare it to Merle Haggard's "Okie from Muskogee," and Merle wrote that because the first line is we don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. The reason they wrote that is they're on the tour bus, they pass by the sign Muskogee, and they're all smoking weed.
right.
And somebody says, I bet they don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee. And Merle Haggard goes back to the back and writes a song about it.
Right.
Unless they got an
Yeah.
Right.
But it was about what that person in that town, would think.
Right.
And it's like, it's very well written.
Right.
It's a great song. People took it the wrong way, and he didn't try to make them think differently.
Right.
Because he's a smart marketer.
Right. But then you compare it to, try that in a small town, and it's like the difference in somebody who's a master painter and somebody who's just squiggling lines.
Right. And I mean, every perspective, so long as it's not rooted in hate and all that stuff, deserves a voice.
Yeah.
Someone in a town of 200 who, is farming corn or something like that deserves a perspective. Everybody, I don't know. I'm just so disheartened when stuff like that comes out, and then people get mad, and next thing you know, it's just this big flare up, and in this case, all the underlying racism, that's just kind of right out there. It's like, what kind of man is Jason Aldean to just monetize that, to monetize hate, because that's all that is.
Yeah.
Fear is like the ultimate motivator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is, and that's
they may truly get tractor jacked.
Yeah, they might get tractor jacked. But I mean, he could have done a really heartfelt, love song to small towns and growing up in the rural life and all that, because there is beauty in that, and there is simplicity in that, and or just whatever, people you would never expect to come out of a small town and cure cancer or something like that.
Right.
I mean, there's so much potential there, but you're just going after the absolute worst in people, So, yeah. I never want to hear that song all the way through, because I never heard it all the way through. So not only do I not want to hear it again, I don't want to hear it at all. And, I don't want to know. It's just I saw what it created, and I saw the reactions from people, and it's I don't want to hear it. I don't, that just needs to be X'd out, and he's a shameless panderer.
Yep. That's Anyway.
So anyway,
what do you got?
Let me get to some more things. So now I call this last group Rotten Oldies. Okay. And one of these, I think I looked it up. It was actually first released in '77. I don't know if I knew that then. And then it was released in '82. And you're going to hate this one too, I'm sure. But it's Charlene's "I've Never Been to Me."
Oh my God, this is. Oh, you tell. Yeah, go ahead. I hold this up as the worst hit of all time.
It is. It is. I hate everything about this song. I hate her message. I hate her little kindergarten teacher voice. I hate just the way it's constructed. I hate the syrupy string section.
Oh yeah,
and the spoken passage.
The spoken word thing is.
The spoken part is so appallingly awful.
Oh yeah,
and it's just I hate it. I hate it. And I finally saw the video of it when I was looking it up, and she looks like a zombie who's trying to recruit people to her cult, But basically the song is. Have you heard it, John?
Never.
Oh my God!
You got to hear this.
When we're done here, you're going to have to pull it up.
The worst upon worst. Everything about it.
I'm so happy you brought this up.
100% terrible.
What's the name of the song?
I've never been to me. She sings, "I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me." And she recounts all of these great travels that she's done. She's been undressed by kings, and she moved like Harlow and Monte Carlo and blah, blah, blah.
Just trying to rhyme.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
listen. Well, the best, I can't remember what she rhymes it with, but she's also done casual whoring.
Yes. And casual whoring. Yes, she gets into that too. And so she's just talking about living.
Why she wasn't serious about it?
Living in the
Just
fast
casual.
lane. I think she makes reference to abortions she's had or something like that.
Oh, I can't.
And then
remember.
she does kind of revisit that because, the song just started "Hey lady, hey lady." So it's oh my God, and it's some woman who's she's singing it to a mom who, and she the way she talks. Just the way she talks.
Oh, yeah.
Even if she was saying something I agreed with, she goes, "That little baby you're holding in your arms, that's love." And it's it's just.
You don't know this, Chuck, but Sarah and I, when we first got together, we were saying, is there a song that, if you liked it, that we wouldn't be together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said it was that.
Yeah.
She'd never heard it.
Oh,
and I
you
played it for her, and she was just cracking up.
song.
No, she despised it, but she had a friend of ours who does her hair and another friend come over and sing it to me a cappella one day. It was awful.
Oh my God. It's so awful. I mean,
I didn't know this. There's a reason we're bonded as friends.
Even as a kid, the first time I heard it, I was like, "What in the hell is this? Is this a joke?" I mean, it's like so over the top and just so treacly and just awful.
There are people who love it. I mean,
can't imagine.
It was in the top 20. I'm not sure if it got to top 10 or not, but it was a hit.
It was in the top 10.
Well, it was a hit.
And I saw that there was like a version by a man, and it's like he's on his deathbed or he's dying the next day, and he's also looking back at his, life of basically happiness and enjoying things.
The only thing we could hope is he died before he sang that song.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know if anyone actually sang it, but just awful. Worst song ever. I would listen to Bop 100 times in a row to avoid that one.
The only thing about it now is because it is so bad. It's like it's so much fun to watch people hear it for the first time.
Yeah.
Because it's just the video just adds to it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just mind-bogglingly
just
bad.
See little pinwheels in her eyes. Hey lady.
Oh yeah.
That baby is love. Like you're gonna eat that baby. I mean, what's going on here?
Oh yeah. God, it is beyond terrible.
And I have one more.
Okay, all right.
And this one's more controversial because it needs some explanation from me, and then you two guys are going to understand exactly.
Okay.
1972, the oldest song on my list, and it's Deep Purple, Smoke on the Water.
You're sick of it.
No.
No?
It's not the song that I don't like, and it's not, it's all the little arrogant, snot-nosed punks I've seen pick up a guitar and play that damn riff. And just like in all the wrong places. I had a roommate in my dorm. I've had, family members, and they just like, they just play that dun, 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 and then they sit back all smugly like they're Eric Clapton or something. Yeah, they never play the rest of the song. And I don't know how many times it's like, I'm just like, can you not? It's like, but and you know how people are when they break out a guitar at a party or whatever and they start playing, and it's like, well, you just kind of killed everyone's conversation here and made this all about you. Thanks, but anyway, I hate that riff, and it's not even a bad song, and it's not even anything against the band. It's just that riff goes through my head like a nail because I've heard it on so many guitars, and I just like little.
Well, and it's a riff that anybody that's ever picked up a guitar before,
that's the one they learn.
It's so easy that
that's the one they learn.
Yeah.
And so they break out their guitar. It's like, look at me, dur 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 dur, and everybody's supposed to just swoon and say, oh, let's hear more. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard them go on with the rest of the song though. It's just like that riff. So that's a hate song with an asterisk. It's not even the song itself. It's just
the
that
riff. Just the riff.
I've heard it so many times in the most amateurish, worst situations.
Well, and I'm just going to add to this because I have a story. House of the Rising Sun, which is a great folk song. I was at this party one night, and everything was going great. This is very much like what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And there were a drunk couple. I don't know who invited them. I have no idea who they were. But this guy just insists that his girlfriend sing. The girlfriend's name was Angel.
Okay.
And they were both so drunk they could barely stand up. And he goes, Angel, sing that song.
No.
Sing that song.
Don't, Angel. Don't.
And Angel, he finally convinced her. She goes, I don't know this song in my head. I know it in my heart.
Oh, God.
And she proceeds to sing the worst version of House of the Rising Sun that I have ever heard in my life. And it was like, everybody's looking around like, can we take this party somewhere else? Because it was terrible.
A lot of yeah.
Yeah, and that was back when I was growing up, everybody was singing "House of the Rising
Well,
Sun."
I mean, even now, I had a family member just a couple of months ago. He had a guitar out, and he was like up in the living room, and I heard that, and I was like, "No!" I mean, he's like 20. It's like, how are they still doing this awful song all these years later? My whole life is going to be haunted by that riff. So, thanks a lot.
That's the Deep Purple riff, not the House of the Rising Sun.
Yeah. I'm talking about Deep Purple. Yes.
Yep. No, that's not that Smoke on the Water. That's going to go on forever. People pick up a guitar and
I mean, I listened to the song before this. I thought, this song's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not even the song. And what they were trying to do with the riff, I think he said that he had took it from like Beethoven's Fifth or something. He was like trying to, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm not. Really,
well, it's about when the Montreux.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know what
concert hall burned down.
I didn't know what it was about. I
Yeah.
thought it was just about so many people that are so stoned that they think that's good. but apparently it was an actual fire.
It was an actual event. That's like Frank Zappa lost all their, and the Mothers of Invention lost all their equipment in that fire.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
You got no songs you hate?
Not that I didn't know the theme. I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't come prepared.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking about I thought, all these songs that everybody hates. I looked up like songs that people hate, and there's all things like, Gangnam Style, or That's What the Fox Says, or Hollaback Girl, or Barbie Girl. It's like, these are all novelty songs.
Yeah.
It's like, give them a break.
It's funny. I was in an online group where we were talking about music, and there was a guy from Denmark. Is it Denmark? Yeah, that's Barbie. That's people from Barbie Girl. That was yeah. And he said something about how much.
The band.
Yeah, he was talking about how much he hated that song. I said, well, I kind of like that song. He says, imagine if your country only had one hit in the last 100 years.
Yes, and it's Barbie Girl.
And it's Barbie Girl, and you cannot get away from it.
Yeah. And I get that, but I mean, it was just what it was, and it just blew through.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't want to hear it every day, but you know.
But actually, I was listening to some of those, and What Does the Fox Say?
Yeah.
Like, I like this song. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that too. But,
Ding, 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 ding.
but the funny thing is, like when that was going on, you could go onto YouTube or wherever, and you could hear what the fox actually says. They have a really high pitched squeal.
Yeah. Well, he did like 10 different voices, and none of them were quite the fox.
No.
But it was cool.
Well, do you have recommendations?
I do have recommendations. Do we want to do music first, or do we want to do movies?
Let's do movies first.
Okay, I want to recommend Amélie.
Okay.
Which is a French movie that you have seen and we both loved, and almost everyone we worked with loved it also.
Almost
Everyone. From 2001. It starred Audrey Tautou, or Tatou, or however, I don't know. It's Tautou. She's French, so I would say it's Tautou. And directed by Jean-Pierre Jeunet. Boy, I'm really trashing French right now. And I would describe it as like Wes Anderson, maybe with more heart and soul, because it's quirky stuff, and there are a lot of quirky characters. It's a very romantic movie. It's about a young woman who's extremely introverted, and she like spies on other people in her neighborhood and all, and she tries to make happy things happen for them. And I love one of the reasons she's introverted is they thought she had a heart condition because her father was a doctor, and anytime he touched her, to examine her heart rate would rush. And
just because her father was paying attention to her.
Because her father was paying attention to her, and he never touched her otherwise.
Right.
And I just thought that was so kind of cute and sad, and it's like, so it kind of characterizes her whole life, is that she's got some condition.
Yeah.
But it's got a great soundtrack, and it's just very, very Paris. It's middle class Paris. It's not, the uber wealthy people, but and everybody's just a little bit quirky. But like I say, it's like Wes Anderson, but maybe a little more grounded and a little more heartfelt.
Yeah, and it's not as I like Wes Anderson movies.
Sure.
Up until the last couple, I haven't liked his last ones very much.
Asteroid City, or
Budapest Hotel. I didn't much like that one.
Ooh, that was great.
I was disappointed in that.
Wrong.
Yeah, I was disappointed in that. I was disappointed in the French Dispatch too.
I don't remember that one.
But yeah, I think that that director has a lot more range than Wes Anderson does.
Yes.
And that shows in Amelie in that it's there's a little dark to it, even though it's really sweet.
Yeah.
But
well, sure. I mean, her life has been a bit dark. You know?
But yeah, I think Amelie is absolutely wonderful, and he also directed like City of Lost Children.
Yeah.
Which is a
very
great,
funny. That one's like got more.
And way weirder than it's one of the best surrealist movies I think that's ever been made.
Amelie just kind of brushes on surrealism. There are little things that happen, like what is it, the talking bears or pigs on the side of the bed,
right?
But it seems realistic, and she seems like a real person, and just the circumstance and the photo booth and who's taking the pictures and the mystery to solve, and it's just a really charming movie.
Yeah, and she's also a garden gnome, plays a part in it too.
Yes, it does. That inspired me on some travels I did, but I don't want to give anything.
No, let's not give too much. But it's loads of fun, and that director. Most of his movies I've seen have been really good, and I think Amelie is the best.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, I'm going to recommend something that's it also has a lot of real whimsical, weird stuff in it.
Okay.
But it's really, really, really dark.
Okay.
It's called The Butcher Boy from 1997. It's a Neil Jordan film. You'd like it. And it's about a boy.
Neil Jordan, was that?
The Crying Game and Interview with a Vampire. And I actually like his later, the things he did, the quirkier stuff, better. He did Breakfast on Pluto, which was Cillian Murphy, him playing a transsexual that is great. Is really
Cillian Murphy's
Cillian, and he is terrific in it.
Okay.
But The Butcher Boy, Stephen Ree is the only person that's a name.
Okay.
In it, but it's about a boy who's like 12 or 13, and he's basically a burgeoning psychopath.
Okay.
Growing up in Ireland, and he has a horrible, horrible home life. He is pretty much hated in the little town, in his community. And Sinead O'Connor plays the Virgin Mary.
Oh, wow. I remember that she played the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, and she comes to him in visions.
Okay.
But it's funny, but it's really, really dark and gets darker as it goes on, but also kind of more funny as it goes on.
Okay.
And it's if you like weird, dark movies, it's
Sometimes.
one. Yeah, I know you're going to like it. I think John would like it too.
John.
But I mean, it's there's death and murder and cruelty and
maybe not then.
And it's hilarious.
Well, it's funny, but it's one of those things where you're going, oh, this is bad, and
There was
you're
a
kind of laughing.
decapitation that I laughed for 10 minutes over.
Actually, no, it's dark, but it's fun, and I think it's Neil Jordan's most creative film, and it's weird. I feel like every couple of years I want to watch it again because I get something out of it, and it's really.
Should we be concerned?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those movies you're going to show it to somebody, and they're going to go,
"Why do you?
Is there
like
something
this?
wrong with you?" Yeah, yeah. Is there something you're not telling us?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it shows how this kid kind of becomes a little psychopath, and there's a weird sweetness. He's very optimistic, and he's trying to keep his head up during all these horrible things happening, and you just know it's destroying him.
Okay.
But yeah, and let me go into my music recommendation
All right, go for
because
it.
it's connected, because Kirsty MacColl does the theme song, which is an old folk ballad, but she sings it. And Kirsty MacColl was a great singer-songwriter from England. She backed up, she was a background vocalist on like the Smiths albums, tons of things. She was married to Steve Lillywhite. He used her on U2 albums, all sorts of different things that she did.
She had some good solo stuff too.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, is her solo songs are just very underappreciated.
Yeah.
People might know her from, Tracy Ullman had a hit with her song, They Don't Know.
Yeah,
They Don't Know
it's a
About
great
Us.
song. Yeah.
And Sex and the City used her song In These Shoes, which is a really fun...
Yeah, I knew she did a song about shoes that was a single.
Yeah, and that became
Sex and the City.
I don't think it was ever a hit, but a lot of people heard it and shared it around because of Sex and the City. Mm-hmm. But she has an album called Titanic Days, which has neither of those songs on it, which I think is really her peak.
Titanic Day. Did she die in a boat?
She actually was run over by a boat in Mexico. She and her sons were out diving in Cozumel, I think.
Right.
And a very rich person with a speedboat was in a place where he was not supposed to be and driving faster than he was supposed to, even then. And she dunked one of her sons' heads under the water because
she didn't get under far enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it killed her.
That's too bad.
Yeah, and she was a very. I interviewed her a couple times. She was as sweet as she could be, and just a lot of fun. Very sarcastic. She was the first person to ever thank me for not asking stupid questions and knowing who she was. She said,
great.
"Thank you so much for knowing who I am and not asking a bunch of stupid questions." Because her father was like Ewan McCall, who wrote The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face for Peggy Seeger.
Yeah.
And people who didn't know who she was thought she might be a folk singer too. And she very much was not. She started off on Stiff Records, the same place where Elvis Costello and Nick Lowe and Ian Drury and all those folks started back then.
Okay.
So there you go. Titanic Days by Kirsty MacColl. And anything from her catalog's great, but I think that's her best.
Okay. I want to throw some love to Hannah Georgas. It's Georgas. She's from Vancouver, Canadian singer-songwriter. I really got on board with her last decade. Well, with her 2012 self-titled album and her 2016 album For Evelyn. I think why I'm bringing her up now is that Chapel Roan had a really big year this year after years of slogging around. And one of the things about Chapel Roan is that she has this really clear, beautiful voice. And so does Hannah Georgas. And it's like emotional stuff, but she's got a bit of she has some humorous streaks. So she's not as outlandish as Chapel Roan, but she's sort of in the same ilk, and she's analytical and anyway, like one of the first songs that caught my ear from her was a song called Somebody, and it's just this beautifully sung, and it's just sort of this poppy song. She's got some electronics. It's almost like a bedroom pop album, without big bands or orchestration, and she's singing to someone that she's just had a crush on her whole life, who's just constantly rejected her. And she goes to, I only hope that someday somebody breaks your heart so you always know how I felt, Mm-hmm. So that was nice. The first album, the self-titled album, also has a song called Elephant. It's an Elephant in the Room and Waiting Game. I think those are the three songs I would recommend because it's really pretty deep stuff, and it's a bit, it's definitely kind of a downer, but she's got some more funny songs too. But I think she's along the lines of Chapel Roan. If you think that Chapel Roan is awesome, you should at least give her a try. And the For Evelyn is a great album that came a few years later in 2016, and that was really dedicated to, I believe it was her grandmother who was passing away, and she was so close with her she didn't think she could live without her. So it's really good. It's really moving, or at least it was for me, or is for me. But I have 2 thumbs up for her.
Cool. John?
I don't have any movie recommendations, but I do have some music recommendations. In past couple episodes, I've plucked obscure things that I'd never heard of. This is a band I've been listening to for several years, but I don't feel like they get the recognition they need, and it's a band called Sunny Day Real Estate. Everybody always says, oh, they're an emo band. And I don't really know what emo means. It is very dramatic. But the singer, Jeremy Innig, has this really high voice that is really emotive, and it's like I don't even really know what the lyrics are about so much. It's not important to me.
Right.
But somehow in my mind, melody and harmony goes straight into your sense of emotion. And the album that I have been really listening to lately is from 2000, and it's called The Rising Tide. And it was the last album they put out when they were a touring band. I think they have reassembled and put out some albums since then. But it's just really melodic and very dramatic, really good guitar stuff. They're heavy, they're not metal, but it's heavy guitar rock, but it's got this singer who just is really believable. When I played it for my wife and asked her who she thought it was Rush. Huh. So his voice is kind of in the
interesting
stratosphere, but the Rising Tide is I think their best. They have an earlier album called How It Feels to Be Something On, and it's also really, really good. It's complex, and you got to listen to it a couple of times to get the melodies and where they're going, but it's very rewarding listen, and I keep coming back to it. I've been listening to Rising Tide this whole week, and I'm just like, it's really good.
I'll have to go back and listen to it. I remember them when they were, people were talking about them, but I don't remember anything that I heard.
Well, try that album out.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't forget Hannah Gorgeous. Jorgus. It's like a Greek name. But,
okay.
Sounds like winners there all
cool.
around.
Good deal.
All right.
Well,
I've really enjoyed bashing people.
Yep.
And I think they all deserved it for different reasons. And I think this is something we should periodically do, is just come in guns blazing on some of these people. Not literal guns people, just, but...
well, and I'm sure there are plenty of people who disagree with us, and, we can...
If anyone disagrees with us on Charlene, I'd really like to hear a defense of that. You can defend Bieber. You can defend Hanson.
Sarah's friends had liked it. I mean, and this is I'll tell you who one of them was after we're done. But she grew up in a small town. She didn't hear a whole lot of radio, and when she was 14 or 15, whatever, she must have been. Oh, she had to have been. I mean, she may have been 12 when it came out. But
so Charlene tried that in a small town.
It worked in a small town.
And this is what happened.
Small town. But if everybody should go find the video and watch it, and watch it with somebody. Don't watch it alone. Watch it with somebody, because
and watch. They've got a version of the video that doesn't have the spoken part.
Really? Oh, that does it a disservice.
And that's just the clincher.
Oh, yeah.
That's just where it's,
yeah, there's hardly anything that has a spoken word section that turns out okay.
Right. Dolly's managed.
Dolly
but in
can
general, spoken passages like that are so cringe,
Yeah, but there's a few people who can do it, but not many.
Not Charlene.
No.
I've always liked spoken passages, but mainly for the kitsch value.
Well, this is the
so
kitsch
kitschy.
value times 500.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love it because it's so bad.
I'm tuned into the so bad it's good aesthetic.
It ain't so bad it's good. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's entertaining. It's bad.
Yeah,
so
it's
bad.
depressing. You give up on humanity.
I didn't realize you hated it as much as
I hate it so much. I hate it so much, and I always
love
have.
it.
So it's never going to change.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and we hope to be talking to you again next week.
You've been listening to How We Heard It with Chuck Campbell and Wayne Bledsoe, a podcast about music, art, culture, movies, whatever they want to talk about. How We Heard It was recorded in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Arbor Studio by John Baker. If you believe you've been abducted by aliens during the listening to this podcast, we take no responsibility for that. How We Heard It is a Tear Owl production, and if you'd like to reach out to Chuck or Wayne, send an email to howweheardit@gmail.com. Come on back next week and we'll have another show for you.